disconnect, connected, 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 connected.
It's time for Waverly Shell Rock Baseball on the Kiwi Sports Network.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. The Go Hawks win.
Go Hawk Baseball is brought to you by Rolling Ford, Waverly Health Center, Delavu Oil Company, Waverly Tire Company, St. Paul's Lutheran Church and School, Baller Bremer Communications, New Hampton Red Power, First Bank of Waverly, Plainfield, and Cedar Falls, People's Insurance, The Scoop Feed and Supply, Jerry Rolling Motors, Newey's Moto in Waverly, First Maxfield Mutual Insurance, The Sweet Spot, Denver Insurance, The Dirty Dog American Bar and Grill, Waverly Family Dentistry, Waverly Utilities, American Family Insurance Christie DeMuth Agency Incorporated, CUSB Bank in Waverly, Shell Rock, and Charles City, Johnston Financial Services, Dale's Service, and Folkert's Financial Strategies. Now, with a live play-by-play, here's the voice of the Go Hawks, Matt Ray.
Hello and welcome back to Waukon as we get you ready for Game 2 after the Go Hawks won 9-1. They're looking for a sweep here this evening as they split last time in Waverly. Let's meet the starters for both teams. Waukon looks like this. Leading off and playing catcher is Carter Shellschmidt. Colton O'Neill is pitching. Noah Hatlin is at third. Nathan O'Neill at second. Sean Martin is batting fifth and playing first. Mason Wasson is roaming right field. Gabe Wayner at shortstop. Brody Gress is batting eighth and playing left. And the nine-hitter is designated hitter Zach Perkins, who hits for center fielder Josh Keenan. For the Go Hawks, they look like this. Coach Hermson leads off with left fielder Dylan Stockdale, followed by center fielder Aiden Hofer. Catcher Abe Rage. Nolan Foster is batting cleanup and playing right field. Garrick Tibbetts playing third, followed by designated hitter Grant Parker, who hits for pitcher Ethan Chapin. The seven-hitter is Lance Myers at shortstop. Ian Cedricks at first, and Sam Rose is at second, batting ninth. We'll be back with the first pitch after this. Waverly Shell Rock looking for a sweep on the road on the K-Way Sports Network.
We are family.
Hey kids, can we give the singing a little break? It's a long way till we get to the hotel, and since we got our new quiet and comfortable riding tires from Waverly Tire Company, you don't need to sing so loud. And since Waverly Tire Company took the time to find out exactly how we use the car, we got a great set of tires that should last longer, and I even saved a little money so we can stay an extra day on vacation.
Yay!
I've got a feeling we're going to spend a little more time in the car this summer, so let's find something else to do instead of singing.
Are we there yet? Yeah, are we there yet?
Hold on. How does that go again?
We are family.
Visit Waverly Tire Company across from Dollar Tree on 4th Street South today to make sure you save money and get the best tires to keep your family safe this summer. Because at Waverly Tire Company,
We are family.
Welcome back. Go Hawks and Indians, game 2. Indians take the field looking like this from left to right in the outfield. Brody Gress in left, Josh Keenan in center, Mason Wasson right. Around the horn, Noah Hatlin at third, Gabe Wayner at short, Nathan O'Neill at second, Sean Martin is at first, Carter Shellsmith is the catcher, and the pitcher is freshman Colton O'Neill with a 1.81 ERA in 19 and a third innings pitched. Opponent's bat 250 against him. He'll start off against Dylan Stockdale, bats 436 on the air. First pitch called strike at 6:52. That was an outside corner pitch to Stockdale. Sets, swing and miss by Stockdale. That first pitch generally seemed to be a generous call, and then so Stockdale went and chased the next one.
Yeah, it looks like this game might move along because that was off the plate.
Here's the 0-2. Pitch way outside, 1-2. It's Jim Oberman behind home plate. Used to be the athletic director at Crestwood. Dan Klein's in the field. Both guys have consistent yet, pitcher-friendly zones, and I like that, quite frankly. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Stockdale chased that one. And, yeah, you're going to get strikeouts like that, guys chasing, but, boy, what do you come to a game to see? Swinging or walking? I come to see swinging.
Yeah, right.
Aiden Holfert up to bat. He bats 388 on the year. He's a lefty facing the lefty. There's the wind, kick, and delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Our game brought to you by Rolling Forward, Waverly Health Center, Dillville Oil Company, Waverly Tire Company, St. Paul's Lutheran Church and School, Butler Bremer Communications, and New Hampton Red Power. Ball foul back to the backstop. Goes to 0-2 to Holfert. 1 out, nobody on. Top of inning number 1 of game number 2. The Go Hawks trying to get the brooms out here on the road and sweep the Indians. High pitch popped up out of play over the bleachers. Stays 0-2 to Holfert. Coach Hine trying to encourage the lefty. See if you can encourage him 90 feet down the line so we can coach him. High pitch inside, popped out of play over the backstop yet again. Matt Ray, Henry Powers with you here on K-Way Country, AM 1470, FM 96.3, KWayRadio.com, our free mobile app, the TuneIn app. A lot of ways you can listen all over the world. Pitch high, 1-2. I know we've got a number of you listening outside the technical listening area. Well, online, appreciate you doing so. Here's the 1-2. Ball dribbled, foul down the first base line. It just does get foul and touched that way by Martin. It's grass base paths between first and home and third and home. Feels like this would just be a bunter's paradise.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about hitting a lip or anything. Just straight grass.
Yet there wasn't a single bunt in game 1.
Yeah.
After going through and seeing so many Decorah and New Hampton games, you just got so used to the bunt, swing and a miss on a ball that fell off the table. Holford just plain missed it. Back-to-back Ks by O'Neill. That brings up Abe Rage, the catcher, batting 67 coming into this doubleheader. What is O'Neill doing that's tricky thus far?
It's interesting. I'll get to it after this.
Pitch outside.
It's so slow, his breaking pitch. You have to be balanced as a hitter. You can't, dive in front and shift the weight too early because then you find yourself, panicking.
Soft hit ball, second base side, should be an easy play, and it is. The Go Hawks retired in order as Nathan O'Neill fires to first. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the first. No score on the K-Way Sports Network.
Mom, I don't feel good. My throat hurts.
I think I caught the bug going around the office.
Hi, honey. Jess rolled her ankle at her game. I think we need to go to the walk-in clinic to get it checked out. I'll meet you there.
When you need care today, the walk-in clinic at Waverly Health Center is here for you. Get exceptional local care with on-site labs and x-ray from skilled and friendly healthcare providers without waiting for an appointment. Our experienced nurse practitioners and physician assistants are ready to help with those unforeseen sprains, strains, and sniffles. Located on 9th Street Southwest in Waverly, Iowa, the walk-in clinic is open when you need it, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointments are needed. You can even check in online at waverlyhealthcenter.org/check-in. Convenient, comprehensive, and the care you need close to home. The walk-in clinic at Waverly Health Center. Big city care, small town comfort.
No score, bottom of the first. The Go Hawks take the field looking like this. From left to right in the outfield, Dylan Stockdale on left, Aiden Holford in center, Nolan Foster in right. On the horn, Garrett Tibbetts at third, Lance Myers at short, Sam Rose at second, Ian Cedric is the first baseman. The catcher is Abram Rage, and Game 2's pitcher is another junior, Ethan Chapin, who's 2-0 on the year. 12 innings pitched. Opponents bat .227 against him. His ERA 2.92. Struck out 11. Walked 8. He's not hit a man yet this year. He is a right-hander, and he'll be facing Carter Shellsmith, who bats .467 right out the gates. The first two hitters two of the top three hitters, hit over 400 for Waukon, though they only mustered 2 hits in game 1. One of those a solo home run, that 14K, 1 walk, 2 hit complete game victory by Parker. And see if another right-handed junior can do much of the same as the pitch is way up and in. Shellsmith dives out of the way. From the windup goes Chapin. Fastball outside corner, 1-1. Game brought to you by First Bank of Waverly Plainfield, Cedar Falls, People's Insurance, The Scoop Feed and Supply, Jerry Rolling Motors, Newey's Moto in Waverly, First Maxfield Mutual Insurance in the sweet spot. Slow roller, touch foul by Tibbetts. He was thinking about getting it, then he overran it, went from playing third base to just playing hot potato. He didn't want to touch that thing and let it go foul. It just did roll. We talked about the grass base pass earlier, and that was a big part of that one.
Yeah, that's a heady play. He almost picked it up in fair territory, but right at the last minute, he saw it going towards the line, let it roll, and it was just foul.
Hard to believe he's only a freshman sometimes.
I know. He's such a smart player. Like, he's got all the tools, too.
1-2 count to Shellsmith. Chapin delivers. And that ball's fouled straight down onto the plate, stays 1-2. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
You're listening to the K-Way Sports Network, K-Way Country, AM 1470, and the new FM 96.3.
So a 1-2 count to the leadoff man for Waukon in a scoreless game here in the bottom of inning number 1. Pitch way high. Shellsmith would have had to be on stilts to chase that one. Wearing eyeglasses. Ball hit on the ground, third base side. Tibbetts once again touches it foul. .310 down the lines, 345 to straightaway center field. Not a deep ballpark at all here in Waukon. Beautiful night, 73 degrees, clear skies. Ball hit foul over to Coach Shellsmith on third base coach's side. Lights not on yet, not needed on yet. Probably about the third inning or so they should get those things fired up, depending on the pace of this game. But a long at bat to start this game for Waukon. Pitch outside, full count.
Long one and a good one. He's fouled off a lot of inside pitches. Tried to hit the outside corner and missed. So he brings 3-2.
Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled. Goes to the backstop right next to us. We sit right behind home plate as close as you can get to the action. That ball, by the way, stuck in the backstop early in game 1, still up there. Full count pitch. Hard hit ball right at Tibbetts. A line drive caught. Boy, Tibbetts got a lot of work in that. Everything went his way.
Yep, that's baseball for you. You can do everything right and still get out.
Colton O'Neill up to bat. He bats .319 on the year. Yeah, that was hit on the screws, and Tibbetts did a great job of gloving that. That got to him in a hurry. Pitch misses outside, 1-1. I was waiting for somebody to get that baseball off, shake it like it's a vending machine and the Snicker bar won't come out.
Yeah.
Lefty shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a strike called by Mr. Oberman. Chapin winds, delivers, checked his swing, did not go. 2-1 the count. Chapin's got a wind, but it's not a very windy wind.
Yeah, he keeps everything pretty tight.
He starts almost in the stretch when he's winding. Next pitch is high. 3-1. Like, he doesn't square up like Parker does.
Yeah.
He starts almost sideways, but still gives it kind of a micro wind.
Yeah, and really pitchers decide that based on how they move their feet with the steps.
Swing and a miss on an outer half fastball. Counts full again. Back-to-back full counts to start the ball game. 0-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Ethan Chapin winds and delivers way outside. That is a walk. And that's dangerous because Noah Hatlin's up to bat. He hit his third home run of the season last game. He bats just under 500 on the season.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he jumps on something around the plate early.
He had 63 total bases this year.
Yeah, that's a lot of power, a lot of gaps, finding the lines.
He's got 3 homers, 3 triples, 9 doubles.
Yeah.
And, the Go Hawks leader in total bases is Rage, who's got 35 on the year.
Jeez. Yeah, that puts it in perspective.
Yeah, that's such a big number. And the Go Hawks are a good team. And then Hatlin's still putting up these monster numbers. He's a lefty, and he strokes one high in the air. This one should be caught as it got a lot of air underneath it. Foster catches it in right field to retire Hatlin for out number 2. That brings up Nathan O'Neill, batting .373 on the season. O'Neill's another lefty. A lot of lefties in this walk-on lineup at the top. 3 of the first 4 have been hook hitters. Pitch high, 1-0. Runner's been stuck at first, being held on by Sedgwick. Walk-on's not the stealing type of program. Pitch way high over the head. You hear it bounce off the fence right in front of me. A wild pitch. And the runner does go to second. It's a 2-0 count for Nathan O'Neill. And the runner is in scoring position now with 2 outs. I'm sure he'll be running unless it's hit on the ground on the left-hand side. Chapin sets. Looks at second. Comes home. Ground ball behind him. Goes to shortstop. Meyer throws to first, and there is the out. Myers gets the final out of the inning. No hits, 1 stranded, none scored. We go to the second inning. 0s on the board for each squad on the K-Way Sports Network.
Rolling Forward in Shell Rock is proud to support the Go Hawks. Hi, this is Greg Stockdale. Visit our championship team at Rolling Forward. Like the Go Hawks, the staff at Rolling Forward is dedicated, skilled, and will go above and beyond for you. Whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle or servicing your vehicle, trust the championship team at Rolling Forward. Good luck, Go Hawks, from all of us at Rolling Forward in Shell Rock.
We get you rolling, rolling forward.
Dale Service Auto Repair and Towing in Waverly is who to call for your full range of automotive services to keep your car running smoothly. Dale Service offers quick oil changes, full mechanic services, including custom exhaust, tune-ups, brakes, alignments, suspension service, air conditioning service, and more. Stop by today for a free estimate. Dale Service also has 24-hour towing and 24/7 roadside assistance. Call 230-3081 in case of emergency. For exceptional auto repair in Waverly, give Dale Service Auto Repair and Towing a call today.
No score. Top of the second inning is Nolan Foster. He gets up to bat, swings and misses at the first one offered to him. He bats .372 on the season. Has an inside the park home run on the year, by the way. Tied for the team lead with 1 as there's a pitch that hits the outside corner, 0-2. Go Hawks really struggled against O'Neill, the slower pitching lefty. Not slow, but slower. Pitch low, 1-2. His curveball certainly slow.
Yeah, it really is, and it just challenges you to sit back because it looks so good, but as soon as you just bail yourself out on that front foot, it's trouble.
Inside pitch, off the hands, fouled over to Coach Willis, who makes the play. Dugout giving him grief, saying nice throw back. Gotta love that. That's the thing about baseball. If you can't take a joke, you're just never going to make it. You got to make fun of yourself and each other. As a swing and a miss, strike three as Foster is down. Garrick Tibbetts comes up to bat. Freshman batting .359 on the year. Had that line drive at him in the bottom of the second. Made a nice play defensively. Let's see if that can turn into some offense. Go Hawks have not found first base yet. Pitch outside, 1-0. Our game brought to you by Denver Insurance, Dirty Dog, American Bar and Grill, Waverly Family Dentistry, and Waverly Utilities. Inside pitch yanked into left field in the grass. It will bounce. Tibbetts has a single. He was thinking about second for a moment, waiting to see whether the throw in was good or not. So the Go Hawks finally have a hit, first hit for either team, as Grant Parker comes up to bat. He's batting .220. He's in the sixth hole. His average is swelling here as of late. He had a whole lot of Adams and bad luck swings for a long time at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, finally showing up in the stat sheet for him.
Boy, if you sit back on this kid, just wait till you can turn one. They throw to first base, does get back. The lefty's going to keep you closer.
Yes.
Tibbetts was flirting with things there.
Yeah, that throw's a little more straight. There's a good chance he's out.
First baseman Martin wearing the glasses, looking into the sun. Ball fouled out of play over the backstop. 0-1 to Grant Parker. Go Hawks won game one 9-1. They have 10 wins in the Northeast Iowa Conference. And that loss by Waukon might have knocked them out of having any chance of coming back and winning the league. It was a really long shot to begin with, but I think they've been completely knocked out of the running. But they're still one of those teams that's going to spoil somebody's chances. They're a good team, I think, because they didn't show so much in game one, but they've shown throughout the year they can hit really well. Pitch outside, snap back throw to first. Tibbetts slides to the outfield side of the bag, or else he would have been dead meat.
Just another little thing. It's just a smart decision from Tibbetts. You could tell right away he was going for the outside part, and yeah, it was a good throw, but that slide back saved him.
Hunter takes off. Throw to second base. Oh, my goodness. What a throw, and he's out by a mile. Wow. Carter Shellsmith did that in game one on Stockdale. So you know he's good, but he made Tibbetts look like Tibbetts was starting from the bag with no lead.
He really just kind of tipped his momentum forward during the transfer. He didn't even really get out of a crouch. I mean, just fired a seed down there. It wasn't even close.
That's right. He never left his crouch at all as the pitch is outside 2-1. And Tibbetts had the lead, but you wouldn't have guessed it from the distance he was thrown out by. Boy, Shellsmith obviously knows what he's doing behind the plate. Ball fouled away. He might be the best catcher we've seen in conference so far defensively.
Yeah, and I mean, he brings it with the bat, too. I mean, leadoff hitter for him.
Caught some pop-outs.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job. Outer half pitch, hit into right field. This one's down the line and caught right at the belly button by Wasson, and that'll end the Go Hawks inning. They did get a hit, but then nobody was able to move to seconds. As it's 0-0, we go to the bottom of the second. You're listening to high school baseball on the K-Way Sports Network.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Christy DeMuth, agent. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps.
Insurance is a contract to protect what you value most, whether it's your auto, home, business, health, or even your life. When it comes to protecting all your assets, give People's Insurance Agency a call. People's Insurance Agency's main office has been located in Waverly for 8 years. It is your family-owned, local, independent agency of neighbors helping neighbors in the surrounding area for the past 35 years. If you're looking for a quote with competitive rates or just have an insurance question, visit People's Insurance Agency in Waverly or call 352-6327 to talk with one of their friendly, knowledgeable insurance specialists. People's Insurance Agency. They strive for excellence in all they do.
No score. Go to the bottom of the second inning. Ethan Chapin is the pitcher. He'll be facing Sean Martin, who has a .306 batting average. He is a righty. Plays first base for Waukon. Chapin allowed a base runner via walk, but then nobody else hurt him. Line drive out, fly ball out, and a ground out. Chapin going to pitch to contact a lot more than Grant Parker did in that 14 strikeout game one. Pitch right down Bremer Avenue, called strike one to Martin. By the way, on Y99.3, Waverly Shark and Charles City softballs on the air. Taylor Nitz bringing you the play-by-play. Ground ball softly over to Tibbetts at third. He'll throw to first and get him in play. One up, one down. That brings up Mason Wasson. Wasson on the season batting .279. He's another righty. Our game brought to you by American Family Insurance, Christian DeMuth Agency, Inc. Insurance built around you. CUSB Bank in Waverly Shark, Charles City. Johnson Financial Services, Dale Service, and Focus Financial Strategies is the inside pitch fouled straight down by Wasson. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the second inning, no score. Matt Ray, Henry Powers with you here on the road. Waverly Shark, their longest conference road trip of the year up to Waukon. Pitch high. You'd never been here to Waukon, had you, Henry?
No, and like in the playing days, I think I played at a field with grass on the baselines, but I don't think it was here.
Ground ball, shortstop side, backhanded by Myers. Long throw, no way he's going to get that. That's an infield single, first hit of the game for the Indians. Good range by Myers, but there's just no way you can make that throw. Brings up Gabe Wayner. Wayner batting .333. Did you ever play in an all-dirt infield in high school? Taylor Nitz and I were talking about this, and both of us had our last experience seeing one even in high school. Calmus Wheatland had an all-dirt infield until I was a senior. They added grass after that. Inside pitch, ball one. In my senior, they added grass, but then the outfield was so messed up. They had, like, tire tracks out there, and it was the worst outfield I'd ever seen because it was so torn up by the equipment they used. Pitch down the middle, called strike, runners back. But you don't see that often at the high school level.
No, I don't recall off the top of my head ever playing on an all-dirt field. That would just look so odd, especially because the mound is dirt.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That was not the strangest field I've ever played on. Pitch way up. Runner takes off to second. Good throw will get him. And he's safe. I don't know if it was so much a bad throw, but he just didn't get to Myers cleanly. The runner took off, and the pitch was, a little bit wild there, and that allowed the runner to get a great jump. So the runner at second, 2-1 count. The strangest field I ever went to was Andrew, Iowa. They don't even have a school there anymore that I know of. They've consolidated since. Played there several times, and it was incredibly odd. Sets, throws, ball popped up. This one might stay in play. It's drifting, and it's going to land on top of the walk-on dugout as they sit on the third base side. It goes to 2-2. So in Andrew, in the right field fence was a cemetery area, so there's a really tall fence, like a 25-foot fence. If you hit it over that, it was a ground rule double. And then the fence got shorter. It'd be a home run after that. But that wasn't the end of the oddities of that field. Ground ball, third base side. Tibbetts tries to backhand it. It gets by him. That one will score a run. Waukon draws first blood for the second game in a row. Bad throw back in. That allows the runner to go to second. To go Hawks sloppy there. It's 1-0. So Wayner, you give that a hit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. And he goes to second on some throwing errors, but 1-0. walk on to the lead, and Brody Gress up to bat. Gress on the year does not have a hit. He's 0 for 15. But then in left field at Andrew, they wanted to save some money and share left field with the softball field with a swinging gate to allow vehicles to get in between your tractor. And so it was dirt down the left field line, which was a swing and a miss. And so there was a little space underneath that, and the left field fence was 400 feet away.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it was 180 to right, 400 to left.
Jeez.
Check the runner at second. I was playing left field one day, and the ball was hit hard on that dirt. And I realized if I pick this up, there's no way I'm going to throw this guy out. It's 400 feet away. It's going to be inside the park home run. So I let it go, and it went underneath the fence, that swinging gate, because I decided during warm-ups I was going to let it do it if that happened. Ball flown into right field. Oh, almost went over the head of Foster. He makes the catch, keeps the runner at second as he throws it back in. That's out number 2. But, yeah, went underneath there, and I just remember it going, I'm glad I thought about this earlier and surveyed it and just, because you can't make a play you never thought about, and that guy was already at home plate, had to go back to second. But it was an odd field. It was a really odd field.
Sounds like it.
Not often you're landlocked because of the cemetery. Pitch low, 1-0. Yeah, I found some viewings of it on Google Earth if you ever get the chance. I think you can find a Google image of it, but it's a weird one. 1-0, runner at second base, bottom of the second inning. Hawks trail, pitch outside, 2-0.
Doesn't the Columbus soccer field share with an outfield?
Well, the softball field, yep. Yep, the Columbus soccer field, the right side corner flag, as you look at it from the press box, goes abutt with the softball field. So when they're practicing during a soccer game, the gate's open, and they just got to make sure they don't hit it into center field and have it go onto the soccer pitch. 3-0 is the count to the 9-hitter. Pitch outside, ball 4, so Zach Perkins gets walked. That brings up Carter Shellsmith. Go Hawks are in some trouble here, Henry.
Yeah, and Shellsmith had a nice at-bat. He lined out in his first plate appearance, so you would figure he's seeing Chapin pretty well. This could be trouble for the Go Hawks.
Go Hawks still only need an out to get out of this inning. Ball hit hard into right center field. This ball is tracking back, and it is off the fence on a bounce. Only one run may score. Oh, no, the throw to the cutoff man is low. And so 2-run score. If you get a good throw to the cutoff man Rose on the second base side, no way Perkins goes first to home, but instead he does after the double by Shellsmith. Shellsmith stroked it into the gap. There was no way they were going to catch that ball, and it bounced off the ground, went into that black screen on the fence with the orange top on it, and it's now 3-0 Waukon with the lead. The Go Hawks have not lost game 2 of a doubleheader in conference, and Waukon's trying to change that here as they've shown they've got a great offense. Now Colton O'Neill up to bat. He walked his last time up. So 3 hits, 2 singles, and a double and a walk have allowed Waukon to score 3 and still have one more in scoring position here in the bottom of the second inning of game number 2. This is a must sweep for the Go Hawks unless they want to have a really hairy end to the conference season. Ball's fouled away. Strike 1 to Colton O'Neill.
Yeah, definitely a game you'd like to take in game 2. But you said it, Waukon's offense, I mean, if you can't keep up, anything's possible because they put runs on the board. So.
Chapin sets. Throws high and away, 1-1. Flag still. Has some wispy clouds overhead, indicating that hopefully we'll get some rain in the coming days, but not tonight. Ball stroked over the head of shortstop, goes into left field. That'll be another run. An RBI single by Colton O'Neill, and more trouble as Noah Hatlin's up to bat. Another one of those games where you're just going to have to score some runs to win the ball game, as you were saying.
Yeah, and, coming into the start of the second game, the guys on the mound, the second game, the doubleheader, you don't see a ton of these guys. So, yes, you're correct. It's going to be an offensive battle, and Waukon is struck first with 4. With a chance to add to it.
Hatlin flew out to right field his last time up. He's a lefty. He had a home run in game 1. Pitches high, 1-0.
Yeah, and that first at bat, I think it was just a matter of him being in front of it. I mean, it's just a slower fastball, and if he squares it up, that's probably gone.
Nate Keenan running at first base, a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Pitch hits the inner half. Good pitch there by Chapin. That's where you got to go.
Yep.
Corners and keep it down. Keep it down or keep it high enough where he can't catch up to it. Next pitch, swing and a miss on a high fastball, 1-2. 1-2. This would be a big K if Chapin could get it. He's not struck out in Indian yet. He's not a big strikeout guy. He sets, throws, ball popped up, shortstop side. Lance Myers calling for it and makes the grab. The Go Hawks get out of the inning, but Waukon puts up 4. They're up 4-0 as we go to the third inning. You're listening to high school baseball on the K-Way Sports Network.
Imagine a world with slow internet, where your Netflix locks up, your podcasts won't play, and stop! That sounds unbearable. Luckily, you've got Butler Bremer Communications. In fact, we were just designated a smart rural community. This means we're a top-performing broadband provider, and with direct fiber connections and up to 200 meg download and upload speeds, you've got everything you need to work, play, and stream as much as you want online. Learn more at butler-bremer.com today.
Harvest more of what you grow with Case IH Axle Flow Combines. From header to spreader, Axle Flow's industry-leading innovations deliver cleaner grain from the field to the bin. Get the capacity you need with easy adjustment options to match your crop and field condition, all while minimizing potential grain loss. Add automated efficiency of the optional AFS Harvest command and take control of your harvest. Put your grain in the tank and your money in the bank with Axle Flow Combines. Contact New Hampton Red Power in New Hampton today to put the latest technology to work for you with Case IH.
Welcome back. Top of the third inning. First pitch to Lance Myers is popped up in the air, and did they catch it? No, it dropped between shortstop, center field, and right field. Trying to get to that was Wayner, and that is just a placement single by Myers as he blooped it for a single. Brings up Ian Cedric, who bats .286 on the year. Guys keep hammering away to him, and he's got to adjust to that.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Hermson today. He thinks, once Cedric can start to go the opposite way, it's going to help him. And
no doubt.
I mean, that approach has kind of been there all year. He's just got to find a consistent groove with it.
Pitch on the outer half called strike. Cedric batting in the 8th spot. He's been a guy who's kind of like 5 hitter, sometimes cleanup hitter. But I think they're figuring out him a little bit, and they throw to first base as a lefty, checking on Myers. That's Colton O'Neill, the pitcher. But, they figure it out, and then you got to readjust.
Yeah. And
you're a freshman.
Exactly, and that's expected. You're just going to have those ruts as a young freshman, as you said.
Pitch on the outer half, popped up and away, 0-2. We've said it before. The tools are all there.
Yep. Beautiful swing.
Yep. You got to adjust, and it happens at the major league level. Some guy will come in, and he's, the best things in sliced bread. Then all of a sudden, everybody throws him the exact same way, and then you got to adjust.
Yep.
Throw to first, runner's back in time. It was close. Holds it on him the whole time. Yeah. Martin doesn't let him up. Got to call timeout if a guy does that to you. 0-2 here in the top of the third of the runner on and nobody out to Cedric. Swing and a miss. Outside fastball, got him. That brings up Sam Rose, the last guy to get a first look against O'Neill. He bats .222 on the season. Waverly Shell Rock down 4-0 here in the top of inning number 3. Got our man on. Rose, who has been the hot hand, swings and fouls. Oh, man, Lance Myers would have stolen second standing, but the inside pitch was fouled off by Rose. That's one of those, if you're Myers, you go, no, don't swing.
Yep. Yeah, he had a good jump, and I think Rose kind of knew it. He was kind of waggling the bat after that, looking down, probably knew he had a stolen base, would have had a chance to hit him in.
Now, Coach Shellsmith comes out to talk, probably about what was going on there and what Myers is doing at first base. And because, if you are playing Waverly Shark, you have got to keep the runners in check. if you don't keep the runners in check, it's, just the carousel's moving and moving and moving.
Yeah, there's a couple teams in the league that you kind of have to go by that mindset. And, whether it's stealing bases, just laying down a bunt, there's no doubt that the Go Hawks, they wreak some havoc on the bases. You got to be alert as a pitcher, but you also can't let it get to you mentally. You got to stay composed and don't overdo it as well. Trust your defense. You got to keep them in check, but ultimately you just want to get some outs.
It's a hard game if you just got to stand there and hit everything. That's what you got to make teams do, is just earn every single run. Pitch way outside. That may have been a pitch out. 1-1. Making sure Myers wasn't going. I think that was a pitch out, especially after the conversation.
Yeah, we haven't seen him miss that bat on a fastball either. So
1-1. Bunt shown, popped up, and that is foul. It went all the way to the dugout on the third base side. It's 1-2. Rose likely can't bunt now. First bunt Go Hawks have even attempted in this doubleheader. Again, Sam Rose seems to be in a real confident spot. He was 2 for 3 in game 1. Reached 3 times, scored twice. The lefty sets. Throws, swing and a miss as Rose went hunting after a high fastball. 2 outs, and now Dylan Stockdale up to bat. Now, Stockdale struck out. He was looking silly on that. Like you said, he just couldn't wait for the curve.
Yes. We'll see what differences come in the second time around. I'm sure we'll see adjustments.
Right-sized batter's box has some divots dug into it by the batters. Stockdale's on that side of those gold spikes. There's a good pitch to hit. He shoots it in the right field. Actually hits on the dirt. And there's going to be a runner now at first and third. And he just has no shame in poking the ball. And you should not have shame at that. He's just going to poke things around, use all parts of the field. I don't know if there's another Go Hawk that uses as much of the field as Dylan Stockdale does.
Yeah, and he's not a pull-happy hitter. I mean, usually it's center to right all the time. Even on the infield, it's either right up the middle or to the right side. Just good fundamental hitter, doesn't pull off.
Aiden Holford up to bat, struck out swinging his last time up. 2 outs, runners at the corners. What do you do when the catcher's been brilliant? There's a balk.
That helps.
A balk walks in a run. I was just talking with Coach Shellsmith before game 1 saying, against he's an umpire, and I said, was there a point of emphasis to call more balks? And he said, not that I know of. And he'd know more than me, but there's been so many balks this year. Runner at second, 2 outs. Inside pitch finds the zone to Hofer. Fact is, I was driving up here, I was listening to the Cubs, and there was a balk in the majors. You don't hear that very often.
No, not anymore.
He sets, throws, foul. 0-2. So a runner at second base is Dylan Stockdale. Lots of speed there. Holford's got an 0-2 count against him, but can he find a way to get to first? Abram Rage is on deck. The Go Hawks trail 4-1. We're in the top of inning number 3. Ball popped up just over our heads. In fact, I was waiting for that to carry him and get us. Sitting right behind us now. As we're sitting on the ground in front of the bleachers, there's about, 6 feet between bleachers and backstop?
Yeah, just about. It's kind of neat. You don't see a lot of ballparks.
Ball hit right at the third baseman. Hatland catches it. Both teams have been benefactors and losers on that situation. Go Hawks, though, do get one back. They trail 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. You're listening to Go Hawk Baseball on the K-Way Sports Network.
The Dirty Dog American Bar and Grill in Waverly is the place to bring your friends and stay a while. With pizza, sandwiches, the Cedar Valley's best burgers, wraps, and amazing salads, the Dirty Dog has something for everyone. Stop in to watch the game or just grab a cold beer or your favorite drink and enjoy the great atmosphere with state-of-the-art TVs and sound system. The Dirty Dog American Bar and Grill in Waverly. Real food for real people.
First Maxfield Mutual Insurance provides protection for your home or farm you can afford, all backed by friendly hometown service. The staff at First Maxfield Mutual Insurance in Denver knows the Cedar Valley area and knows insurance. Whether you want to review your current coverage or you need some advice and a quote, we're here to provide you with personal attention and the coverage you need. For over 150 years, Cedar Valley residents have counted on us for quality protection from Farm Mutual Insurance. Contact a First Maxfield Mutual agent for all your insurance needs.
4-1, Waukon at the lead as it's the middle of the third inning. Time for Meet the Go Hawks. We're going to meet Braden Wilker, a junior. His parents are Brent and Tracy Wilker. Favorite baseball memory, the Prongy Baseball Tournament. Song that gets him ready, anything by Taylor Swift, I guess. Favorite team, the Cubs. His hero, Anthony Rizzo, good guy. And future plans, do something with math. That's Braden Wilker, our Meet the Go Hawk. I tell you what I wanted to do. Nothing with math. Low pitch, fouled straight down. As Chapin gets ahead in the count on Nathan O'Neill, who grounded out to short his last time up. Righty on lefty. And a pitcher spins one to the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Wind, kick, fire outside. 1-2. Were you a math guy, or are you still a math guy?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I think I was okay with math, but didn't really remember a lot of things.
Check swing outside did not go. 2-2.
Just so many equations to remember.
Yeah, my wife, she goes, I love trigonometry. And I mean, you're weird. Pitch at the knees. Boy, that looked like strike three to me. That's full count now. Not sure where that one missed.
Yeah, looked pretty good.
Count is full. Here's the delivery. Ground ball. Right side gets through. Single. The leadoff man gets aboard. That brings up Sean Martin, who grounded out to third base his last time up. What was your favorite subject in high school?
Well, definitely not science, and definitely not math. I've always been a writer, like language arts. That's just kind of been my thing, I suppose.
Well, yeah. Well, and that's what you want to do for a living as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's good. There's got to be some writers out there. Not everybody can be STEM.
Yeah.
It's kind of the push these days, but no. Ball fouled away. 0-1 to Martin. Throw back to the pitcher. It goes into the center field grass. Haven't seen a lot of that from the Go Hawks this year. Lights still not on. I thought third inning would be when they'd start to crank those things on. They're the older kind that will take a bit to get going. Still plenty of light, though. No shadows. You don't get shadows at this ballpark. Curveball way high. That was called strike. Wow. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, that's one as a hitter you just watch go by, not thinking you're going to get a strike on you.
Next pitch over the head of Martin. He ducks out of the way. 1-2. Yeah, that one got called a strike, and then the count earlier, I thought it was strike three, but you know what? You're going to have that happen sometimes in baseball. Chapin sets. Nobody out. Runner at first. Got him looking. Strike three. Ring him up, sir. I think the umpire and batter both forgot that was strike three for a second. Batter was standing there, and the umpire forgot. Oh, yeah, I gotta ring him up. I thought it was strike three. I started to doubt myself.
Yeah, I heard.
Last night on Y99.3, Taylor Nitz was doing Denver and Columbus softball, and the umpire accidentally struck out a girl on 2 strikes. Whoops.
Yikes.
Mason Wasson had a single and scored a run his last time up. Pitch high. Runner takes off to second. The throw is high. Runner gets to second. And they're trying to, go at rage, something they didn't do in game one. Now, to be fair, they weren't at first base in game one.
Yeah.
Something else odd about game one, I don't know if you noticed. What did we not see in game one? 0-1 count. Strike on the outer half. Called and Wasson.
Small ball, bunt.
Iron Man Tony Hobson.
Oh, yeah. Broke the streak.
It appeared in 8 consecutive games. Finally gets enough rest, and when they do, they don't throw him. Ball fouled off. He played 8 games from Thursday to Monday of last week.
Man.
That's still so bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, even with the pitch count thing, I mean, that's impressive just to be eligible.
Yeah, that's right. You have efficiency. Swing and a miss on a high heater. Back-to-back Ks. Chapin starting to heat up is Gabe Wainers up to bat. He had a single and scored a run in that big 4-run second inning for Waukon as they lead 4-1. We're in the bottom half of inning number 3. Runners at second base. Go Hawks trying to keep this just a 3-run deficit. Chapin looks at the runner at second, now looks home. Swing and a miss. That ball bit a little bit, too.
Good movement. It started straight, looked like a fastball, like just, right at the belly, and then just dips right away.
One similar looking pitch fouled off this time. Yeah, that one prior was just nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a big looping curve, but it just all of a sudden got to the end of the table and fell off. Here's the 0-2 count. Outside, all backhanded by Rage. I'd like to see him slide a little bit more over there just in case, especially the runner at second base. 1-2 count. Chapin sets right at his belt line. Way high, 2-2.
Tried to put some little extra gas on that, but just flew high on him.
By the way, no score in the second inning on softball game between Waverly Shark and Charles City as the ball was helmet hunting. Wainer missed him. Counts full. A lot of chatter from the walk-on Indian players and fans. Ball popped up, out of play over the press box. Chapin trying to get his third strikeout in a row and get out of this inning. The pitch fouled softly down the third base side. Pretty good at bat thus far by Wainer.
Yeah, he tried to spin a breaking ball a couple pitches ago and lost it. It is 3-2, bottom of the order. Just got to really spot up a fastball here.
The pitch popped up over our heads again. Boy, a lot of balls put out of play on this at-bat. By the way, the bullpen is active for the Go Hawks. It's back kind of behind everybody here. Ball popped out of play again. It's Jack Elsamiller warming up. Umpire needs to reload of baseballs. He was completely out.
Makes sense.
When the age of pitch counts, this is an at-bat that will get you to the next pitcher. An epic at-bat between Wainer and Chapin. Who's going to win this battle? No room for error for Chapin. It's ball 4. Fantastic at-bat. That brings up Brody Gress, who flew out to right field his last time at the plate. 4-1, walk on with the lead as we're in the bottom half of inning number 3. Game number 2, of course, we play 7 innings in high school baseball. Go Hawks will be back in action on Tuesday in conference action. Go Hawks will be hosting Decorah. That'll be a biggie. You want a sweep going into that one as Crest takes ball 1. And then Thursday, the Go Hawks will host Charles City. Then it's the Prongi tournament next weekend. We will not be covering the Prongi tournament, by the way. Go Hawks will play teams like Johnston and MOC Floyd Valley at Johnson High School and Grandview University, home of the Vikings. Swing and a miss there by Gress. 2-1 the count.
Gress has an interesting stance. I don't know if you see, but his hands are separated. It's about an inch or so in between his hands.
Yeah, that is weird. Pitch high. You see maybe some guys almost like a gator grip for putting or something, but guys that do it bad, I don't know how you get your wrist around and their hands are separated. He's done that his whole career, though. His pitch is low, ball 4. The kind of guy who's got a grip like that, you really want to make him have to swing, and that's not what happened. Bases full of Indians. Zach Perkins up to bat. He walked and scored a run his last time up. Coach Hermson, I think, is going to pull the plug on this outing for Ethan Chapin. Yeah, it is. This is a Waverly Tire Company pitching change. When you need to change your tires or even repair your tires, trust the people that treat you like family. Waverly Tire Company is so fast, they might just get you in and out before we come back from this Waverly Tire Company pitching change. 4-1, Waukon leading, but it's in the bottom of the third, 2 outs, and the bases are full of Indians. We'll be back after this on the K-Way Sports Network.
With the start of school and sports, we don't have as much time to spare like they did in the old days. You know, like back in the 80s. Hi, my name is Kelsey and my dad is Dr. Alan Young of Waverly Family Dentistry, where they are dedicated to service and excellence. His office offers virtually every dental procedure, so you won't have to waste time driving somewhere else to have it done. Visit WaverlyFamilyDentistry.com and make an appointment today. Hurry, you're wasting time.
Missing Wi-Fi coverage in some rooms in your home? Waverly Utilities Whole Home Wi-Fi has you covered. If you have rooms where you experience poor Wi-Fi connection or no connection at all, the problem isn't with your internet service. It's with your Wi-Fi network. Waverly Utilities Whole Home Wi-Fi provides reliable coverage throughout your home for just $10.40 a month. Learn more at WaverlyUtilities.com.
Making life better, making life easy. Waverly Utilities.
Waverly Tire Company pitching change. I think I accidentally said Jack Elsamil was warming up. It's Jack Wiedemeyer, the freshman, who's got a 9.62 ERA. Opponent's bat .344 against him, and he's right into the frying pan here as the bases are loaded for the Indians. But the 9-hitter, Zach Perkins, the DH, is up to bat. He walked and scored a run his last time up, and the righty, Jack Wiedemeyer, will have to be great right away to give his team a good chance of getting a win here in Game 2. Pitch high and tight. What do you see with Wiedemeyer?
Yeah, he has a slider that doesn't have a ton of left-to-right movement. It's got tight spin, but it's more of a vertical drop more than anything.
Sets, throws, ball popped back against the backstop. Lodged baseball from Game 1, still won't budge. Go Hawks won Game 1 9-1, only gave up 2 hits, but the Indians have 5 hits already in this game, and they got the bases loaded looking for more runs. Fastball under half called strike 2. Can Wiedemeyer get the Go Hawks out of this jam unscathed? No, that's a low one. Not there, 2-2. Still unscathed. O'Neill at third, Wigner at second, Gress at first. Go the Indians with a 9-hitter. Perkins up to bat. Ground ball, shortstop side. Myers throws his second, and the inning is over. Go Hawks got into a jam, but got out of that pickle. We go to the 4th inning. Go Hawks trail 4-1 on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hi, this is Tamala Johnson, principal at St. Paul's Lutheran School in Waverly. I invite you to discover what academic, emotional, and spiritual growth opportunities St. Paul's can provide your children. If you're interested in school choice and giving your child a well-rounded educational opportunity in a Christian setting, please visit our website or call and ask about our educational and scholarship programs. St. Paul's Lutheran School in Waverly is an accredited institution where Christian faith and learning go hand in hand.
For over 155 years, First National Bank has served our communities with commitment and dedication of providing quality financial services. Hi, this is Steve Williamson with First Bank. While our name has changed from First National Bank to First Bank, everything else is the same. We're the same us with just a new name. You will see the same friendly, dedicated staff when you visit any of our locations, and we will be offering the same great products and services to fit your financial needs. At First Bank, we are excited for the future and look forward to serving you first. Member FDIC.
4-1, Go Hawks trail as we go to the 4th inning with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due against Colton O'Neill, the lefty. Abram Rage grounded out to second base his last time at the plate. Still 0-0, by the way, over on Y99.3 between Waverly Shark and Charles City softball. They appealed. They check. He did go. Rage called for swinging on that. Umpire right down the first base line to take a good look at it. Rage looking for something he can drive. Pitch outside, swing and a miss. And O'Neill's done a good job of living on the outside half of the plate.
Yeah, and it works well to his advantage because his secondary pitches break away from these righties. The changeup, slow changeup, the curveball is working backdoor.
Next pitch, swing and a miss. Huge change of pace, and Rage, like so many others, just can't wait. Sixth strikeout of the GoHawks. Boy, the GoHawks have not looked this bad as far as strikeouts in a long time.
It just tells you, I mean, they're pretty consistent velocity at the high school level, but every once in a while you just run into these types of guys.
Lights have been turned on, by the way. Pitch low to Nolan Foster. We'll look at the Iowa High School Baseball Coaches Association rankings that came out on Monday, by the way. Strike called. 1-1. Class 4A, Ankeny Centennials 1, Cedar Rapids Parade 2, Johnston 3rd, Southeast Polk 4th, Pleasant Valley 5th. Pitch outside, 2-1. Iowa City High is 6th, Des Moines Dowling is 7th, Cedar Rapids Kennedy 8th, Dallas Center Grimes 9th, Indianola 10th as the strike is called to Foster, 1-2 count. Cedar Falls, by the way, is getting votes to be ranked alongside Ankeny, Bettendorf, Urbandale, and Waukee Northwest. Ball hit hard into center field. This one is going to drop for a single in front of Keenan. And the GoHawks have a runner. Brings up Garrick Tibbetts, who had a single his last time up. 1 out, 1 on. GoHawks down by 3 runs. Still a lot of baseball left to go in this ball game. And I have a feeling the GoHawks won't continue to struggle as badly as they have against O'Neill all night long.
Yeah, they'll just take more at-bats to just get a feel for the pace.
Pitch outside. In fact, you think a freshman like Tibbetts would get the feel for the pace sooner because you're closer to when you face pitches this speed.
Yes, that's
whereas
a good
a
point.
senior, it's been a long time since you've seen this velocity.
Yep.
Pitch outside. 2-0. Class 3A rankings, Western Dubuque's 1, Lewis Central 2, North Polk 3, Knoxville 4, Marion is 5th, Bishop Heelan is 6th, ADM 7th, Ballard of Huxley is 8th, Dubuque Wahlert 9th, and Davenport Assumption is ranked 10th in Class 3A. Oh, that's a balk, isn't it? Pitch outside call. Boy, he was halfway to first, it looked like. Then he threw home. And Coach Hying is pantomiming that should have been a balk. I certainly think that's a balk.
And Nolan Foster dove back into first.
Now they throw over to first, and he's back. Now, we can't see from that side whether he crossed his knee or not, but goodness gracious, that was bizarre, and that's a completely different stride toward home than he's thrown all night long. Counts 2-1. High, 3-1 to Tibbetts. Those getting votes but not ranked in 3A are Bondurant, Farrar, MLC Floyd Valley. The GoHawks will see at Prongy. Sergeant Bluff Luton, West Delaware, the GoHawks have seen this year, and Cedar Rapids Xavier, a perennial power for sure in a number of sports. Pitch way high, ball 4. Tibbetts is aboard. Runners at first and second. Grant Parker up to bat. He flew out to right field his last time up. Remember, it's 3:10 down the lines, 3:45 to straightaway center field. In the interview with me in the pregame, Coach said, I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple go out tonight for us.
A lot of power from the right side and a couple of these hitters for the GoHawks, and I think this is one candidate for sure. It seems like everything he hits is just on the button. Same thing with Nolan Foster.
Well, if he could do it, it'd tie the ball game. So a first inning of game 1, a home run, and since then, the fence has been safe. Been hit a few times, but not. Oh, boy, long ball, center field, all the way back to the fence, and caught by Keenan. That will advance the runner to third. Boy, I thought maybe on cue we were going to get one. Grant Parker spanked it, but that is out number 2. Boy, he stroked it pretty well.
Yeah.
Brings up Lance Myers, but a single his last time up. The GoHawks need to continue, just get 1 here, 2 there, and come back in this one. They're down 4-0. Now they're down 4-1. The lights are completely fired up. Old Glory finally going off the pole, blowing towards the left field fence. Runners at first and third. Might the Go Hawks try to manufacture a run here? Now they do. They send a man down to second, and they throw him out. They throw him out. Another throw out of a man on his way to second. That's out number 3. Foster never gets a chance to score, and the inning top half is over. After 3.5 innings, it's 4-1. Still Waukon is the lead on the K-Way Sports Network.
Life is complicated enough. Why not simplify it? Hi, I'm Andrew Kaler with the Denver Insurance Agency. Our multi-policy discounts offer great ways to get lower rates for each policy, and it's a perfect way to make sure our customers get our best deals. Call today. Let's talk savings when we bundle your farm, home, and auto insurance. We're Denver Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual Insurance provider. Call today, 984-6151. We're committed to making sure our customers get our best deals.
If it's homemade flavors you crave on a hot summer day, the Sweet Spot in Denver is where you should be. We'll mix up a cyclone for you and flavored combos you'd never expect. Monster cookie, scotcheroo, and even Snicker apple salad. Also watch for seasonal favorites like rhubarb, pumpkin, or apple crisp. Not an ice cream fan? We've got non-dairy options for you too, served by our friendly staff. Cool off at the Sweet Spot. Open daily from 2 to 9. The Sweet Spot, 100 South State Street in Denver.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Go Hawks trail 4-1. He got thrown out trying to steal second. By the way, the top of the order is up to bat. Carter Shellsmith, who is the catcher, is up to bat. He makes a cross in the dirt as he comes up to bat. He's just elite as a catcher as far as throwing down. We were talking off the air. I think all day long I would have rather done that manufactured pickle and try to score on that, because Shellsmith is just too good to try to steal second against. I think that's over with the lefty. A bunt down the third base line will be touched foul by Tibbetts. And, it's just there's not many guys that can make the Go Hawks stop stealing. But I think this is the guy that's going to do it. And I would have rather have played it because it's a timing play. If you get it across home before you get that third out, and Tibbetts maybe, if he was thinking about that again, might have just been better off turning around when he saw he was dead meat.
It could just be a lack of experience in those scenarios. He is a freshman.
And that scenario doesn't come up a whole lot.
Right, yep.
Shellsmith waiting for the 0-1, bunts it foul. Now the bunt's going to be taken out of his hand most likely. But, yeah, this Shellsmith kid is certainly making a case for being first-team all-conference catcher.
Yeah.
I don't see how he won't with the batting average he has and what he's been able to do. No offense to any other catcher, including Aber Age behind the plate right now. But Shellsmith has been spectacular. Ball fouled away. Goes 0-2. By the way, we're going to look at Class 2A and 1A as far as the rankings are concerned a little bit later in this inning. 0-2. Wiedemeyer, the pitcher, winds, kicks, fires, and it's high. Wiedemeyer was thrown right into the fire, got what he needed to end the inning. With the bases loaded, he comes in and did an excellent job of being calm in that situation. Next pitch outside, 2-2 to Shellsmith. This may be a tougher situation, though. The top of the lineup against Waukon may be tougher than facing the 9-hitter with bases loaded. Ground ball, third base side. Well played by Tibbetts. He flings it from side left to side right of the diamond, and there is out number 1. That brings up Colton O'Neill, who's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. 4-1 still the score. Class 2A rankings have Van Meter number 1. Mid-Prairie 2, Esterville Lincoln Central 3rd. Beckman is 4th. 5th is Underwood. Get to the rest of the rankings here in a second. Pitch spins O'Neill out of the way, 1-0. 6th in 2A is Kemper Catholic. 7th, Williamsburg, followed by Cascade. West Marshall 9th, and New Hampton is ranked 10th, the team the Go Hawks split with on the season. Curve ball goes in the back door, hit high in the air to center, a very shallow hit into center, and Hofer runs it down for out number 2, bringing up Noah Hatlin, who's 0 for 2 with a fly out to right and a pop-up to short. Dyke New Hartford, by the way, is getting votes to be ranked in 2A alongside Anamosa, Pella Christian, Pleasantville, and West Lyon. And in Class 1A, Newman Catholics number 1, Kingsley Pearson 2, Remsen St. Mary's 3, Linville Sully 4, Northland 5, West Harrison 6, Coon Rapids Bayard 7, Burlington Notre Dame, the Nikes are 8th, Lisbon 9th, and Galen Catholic of Lamar's is 10th. Akron Westfield, New Waufonda, South Winneshiek, Woodbury Central, and Don Bosco all receive votes but are not ranked. Swing and a miss by Hatlin, 1-1 the count. So those are the rankings according to Iowa High School Baseball Coaches Association. Such a great organization. Really think they do a great job of promoting the game. Curveball outside corner, hit shortstop side. Myers bumps his glove once, throws, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Wiedemeyer doing his job superbly. We go to the 5th inning. 4-1 Go Hawks trail. You're listening to Waverly Shark Baseball on the K-Way Sports Network.
Newey's Moto in Waverly is the place to get your e-bike. What's an e-bike? Stop in today and check one out for yourself at Newey's Moto in downtown Waverly.
If you want the right car and you want it simple, there's no pressure, we just here to please ya. Jerry Rolling Motors is right for you.
I'm Craig Gunderson, General Manager at Jerry Rolling Motors. More than 20 years ago, I got my start right here in parts and service. I learned real quick that the foundation to a successful dealership is excellent service after the sale. How do we do it? You guessed it. Hire and retain the absolute best staff in the Cedar Valley. 40 years of sales, 40 years of service, 40 years of making Jerry Rolling Motors right for you.
Jerry Rolling Motors, right for you. Jerry Rolling Motors, right for you.
You're listening to the K-Way Sports Network, K-Way Country, AM 1470, and the new FM 96.3.
Welcome back, 5th inning. Lance Myers leads things off. He bunts it. Gets it by the pitcher. He throws to first, not in time. Bad throw. Lance Myers thought about going to second. He decides not to. A single for Myers with the bunts begin the 5th inning. That brings up Ian Sedgwick, who struck out swinging his last time up. And you're just waiting for them to miss inside to big Ian Sedgwick. Good job by Myers. Get on any way you can. Use your speed. If you can't steal, let's go ahead and bunt on. Myers with the big lead. Pitch outside. 1-0.
It's interesting, too, because on that bunt, you just got this slow breaking ball, and you can see it perfectly fine. So you might as well lay down the bunt.
Yeah, that's right. Got to be smart if you're going to be a winner in this sport. Inside a little high to Cedric for just a little bit. I thought he was going to turn on that thing.
Yeah, it looked good from here, too, at the apex of the pitch.
By the way, Waverly Shark and Charles City still scoreless on Y99.3 after 4 innings. Taylor Nitz has a play-by-play for you there. Throw to first base. Myers is back. It's a 2-0 count to Cedric. I'm telling you, if they miss on the inner half, he's just desperate to turn on something this year.
It'll come.
I'm sure he's a little frustrated. Pitch inside. He yanks it high, and this one's foul. It might be caught. It is. Right near the 310 sign, it's caught. He yanked it, but he hit it a mile up. He got so much of that baseball, but too much of the air. And he was thinking of that same thing about that last pitch as you and I were. Like, you know what, I should just yank this. And I thought for a little bit it was going to land on the porta potty out there.
Me too, yep.
But it stayed in play. Sam Rose of DeBette, he struck out swinging his last time up. 1 out, runner at first base. Go Hawks trail by 3 runs. Trying to get the season series 3-1 against Waukon. If Waukon wins, they split with the mighty Go Hawks. So it's a big game here. Definitely a big game here in the nightcap. Colton O'Neill has been great for Waukon here in Game 2. Though both teams have allowed 5 hits. Swing and a miss. Doesn't feel like the Go Hawks have had as many hits as Waukon, though.
No, not really.
Either team with errors. It's probably because the Go Hawk hits have not been partnered with walks, whereas Waukon's hits have been. Rose shows bunt. Pulls it back, slugs, hits it softly. That's a swinging bunt. The pitcher drops it twice. That's an error. And the Go Hawks get aboard. Rose manages to squib it back to the pitcher. O'Neill picked it up, dropped it, picked it up, dropped it again, and Rose is a guy you can't give 3 chances to.
Those PFPs, it's one of those things as a pitcher, you just are either good at it or you're not. And just
Now, what do you mean by PFP for those who don't know?
Yeah, pitcher fielding practice. It's the art of pitching if you want to get some outs. You got to help yourself out. You got to get to the bag. You got to field your position.
Pitch to the top of the zone to Stockdale is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Poked one into right field his last time up. Now, the few did that better than Craig Maddox. I always loved Craig. You know, he just perfect. He ended each pitch ready to field. Gold Glove guy and a Cy Younger. And that's one thing I liked about Greg is just, boy, every bit of talent God gave him, he maximized and then some. There's few people that get as much out of so seemingly little. Ball popped up on the infield. Pitcher calls for it and makes the catch. Runner stays at second. Stockdale's retired after hitting it about 45 feet. That'll bring up Aiden Hofer. Go Hawks have not been able to score save for the third inning. I've said before, they don't need to get 3 innings in an runs in an inning. They just got to score one here and there, and they've not been able to do that against O'Neill. Ground ball, shortstop. They go to second with it, and he's out. And the Go Hawks inning is over. It's time to stretch. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Go Hawks trail by 3 runs on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hi, this is Adam with Folkert's Financial Strategies. Life is busy with kids, activities, work, and that much-needed vacation. Who has time to think about retirement and life insurance? Well, we do at Folkert's Financial Strategies, and we'll worry about your insurance coverage and your retirement plan so you can get back to living your busy life. Come see us here at 410 West Bremer Avenue. Folkert's Financial Strategies.
Remember when your kids were young? You left the room just for a few minutes and came back to find them stuffing their faces with candy, and afterwards they were sick, tired, and just hungry again in a few hours. Well, that's what you're doing to your dog when you feed them the most popular brand name dog foods that are packed with cornmeal or soy fillers. Make sure your dog is eating high-quality food from Victor, Exclusive, or Signature from Scoop Feed and Supply in Waterloo at the corner of Airline and Wagner Roads. Feed your pets the best when you shop at the Scoop Feed and Supply in Waterloo.
Bottom of the 5th inning, after a good stretch, Waukon leads 4-1. Jack Wiedemeyer's been very good on the mound. Has retired 4 straight guys as he'll be led off, against by Nathan O'Neill, who's 1 for 2 with the ground out and a single. Nathan O'Neill is a lefty. Backdoor curveball called strike 1. So what's Jack Wiedemeyer been doing other than throwing strikes?
Well, I think he's just been really effective with the breaking pitches.
Ball bunted foul. Goes 0-2.
And against the lefties, I think, especially at the top of the order, it's really effective when he can get inside and kind of get some of those strikes called. We saw a couple that were borderline not called, but consistently, working the inside corner against these lefties has helped him.
The 0-2 popped into left field. Dylan Stockdale eyes it, camps underneath, and makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. Brings up Sean Martin, who's 0 for 2. Father's Day weekend. So many of these kids playing now can thank their dad for getting into the game, for playing catch with them in the backyard, maybe taking them to get some special practices. A lot of these guys get driven long distances to get in some work. There's a ball squibbed high in the air. It goes shortstop side just off the handle. It is now 2 up, 2 down. It brings up Mason Wasson, who's 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a walk scored. How'd you get into baseball? Did your dad have a role in that?
Yeah, he was all over baseball. He's a huge Cardinals fan. He's got a couple signed memorabilia things.
Pitch outside.
Have an 06 Tigers, Cardinals, Pujols, and Pudge Rodriguez picture signed. It's pretty cool.
Wow. That's two of the greatest to do it.
Yep.
Pitch outside, 2-0. So, yeah, your dad obviously got you into that. My dad, not a huge baseball fan, but was a huge fan of playing baseball with me in the backyard and doing all those things. Pitch down the middle, 2-1. Remember one year I said, I don't think I want to go out. He said, you got to go out. It's Little League, and I had a blast. I don't know what it was. You just get in that mood and you're a little boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. And he's like, no, you're going to like this way too much. And I did. And Pitch low, 3-1. I remember one time some guy told him, like, to help your son hit his little league, he said, throw golf balls to him, because if you hit a golf ball, you can hit anything. And we did some of that. Thinking back now, it's 3-1 is a called strike, full count. It's pretty dangerous, You hit a golf ball back at somebody. Look out, Dad.
Uh-huh. Yeah, now they make those little wiffle ball type things that are not as hard.
Yeah. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. Wow, Wiedemeyer has been great. We go to the 6th inning. Go Hawks need some runs, down 4-1 on the K-Way Sports Network.
Good luck, Go Hawks, from Johnston Financial Services. Johnston Financial Services at 116 West Bremer Avenue in Waverly. Call them at 352-5938. Securities offered through First Heartland Capital Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Johnston Financial Services, LLC, is not affiliated with First Heartland Capital Incorporated. When it comes to investing, start with Johnston Financial Services, LLC.
Nothing can be as important as keeping your home properly heated this winter. And if your LP gas man is Dillaboo Oil, you're assured that running out of LP will never be a problem. Dillaboo Oil is there when you need them 24 hours a day for all your LP and fuel oil needs. Call the professionals at Dillaboo Oil at 319-352-3437 or stop in and visit with them at 600 West Bremer Avenue, Waverly. For home heating fuels, it's Dillaboo Oil in Waverly.
Getting into the latter innings, top of the 6th. Go Hawks need to get some runs. They're down 4-1. Abram Rage is 0 for 2. He's the 3-hitter leading off against Colton O'Neill. Pitch outside, and when will O'Neill crack? So far, he is not. Giving up 5 hits, but the Go Hawks just can't string anything together. High ball into center field. Should be an easy play. And Keenan squeezes it for out number 1. The Go Hawks are down to 5 outs in this ball game. Nolan Foster up to bat. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Let's stay in baseball history. We're going to look at some items. This day 1909, Jim Thorpe made his baseball pitching debut for the Rocky Mount. As in the Eastern Carolina League, they won 4-2 over Raleigh. He got paid to play, though, and he had to give back his 1912 Olympic medals because this game made him a professional. And back then, you had to be an amateur to be an Olympian, and it still seems crazy that forfeited that one little, probably would have made, $5. Pitch hits the inner half, 2-1. Jim Thorpe, one of the greatest athletes. Richard Nixon named him the greatest athlete of the 20th century. Ground ball gets through on the shortstop side. Foster's aboard. Garrett Tibbetts up to bat. Kind of bold move for somebody in the 70s to call someone the greatest athlete of the century when it's not even close to over. But Jim Thorpe's certainly a very good athlete. A phenomenal baseball, track. I mean, there's nothing the guy could not do for his era. Garrett Tibbetts up to bat. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Fastball outside, 1-0. This is 1938. Jimmy Fox has walked a record 6 consecutive times by Browns pitchers as the Red Sox win 12-8. The Browns, that's a team you don't hear much about. Pitch outside, 2-0. Tibbetts going to go talk with Coach Willis as the battery has the discussion. This may be when it happens here, Henry.
Yeah, he's being very, very careful. I mean, he's nibbling the edges to these righties. He's using that changeup. He's like, here it is. Come pull it. And third time through the lineup, these hitters are not falling for it. They're just waiting back on it.
Few pitchers have a good changeup in high school. That is such a underutilized pitch.
Yes, it is.
A foul back. It's a hard pitch to throw, 2-1. I mean, especially like a circle change. You just have so much hand on the ball.
It is. Yeah, I still, towards the end of my career, that was the hardest pitch for me to find. Just so many ways to throw it.
Runner at first has a small lead. Ball driven into left center field. That is a single. Foster's going to go to third. It goes all the way to the fence. They're going to send him. He's still going. Bad throw. Oh, no, he falls. He's going to go back to third. Oh, he would have gotten home. Coach Willis is saying, hey, man, I'm sending you there. It's a single by Tibbetts. The transfer there was not good enough, and I think it's okay for him to stop there because I wouldn't have sent him if I was Coach Willis. Now, hindsight's 20/20. He would have made a home because they did not have good cutoff throws. And Coach Shellsmith's coming out. Okay, so you got a guy who's been holding one of the best teams around, the top team in the conference at bay, and all of a sudden things are looking shaky, like you pulled the wrong peg out on Jenga.
Yeah, this might just be to slow him down. Hasn't made a call yet. Probably just going to talk situations at this point. Just wants to see him get a couple more outs, hopefully. But
I wouldn't pull him, but Grant Parker's flown out to the outfield twice, and he has timed it decently well, just hasn't got the sweet spot on the ball completely.
Yeah, I think at this point he's got to be so careful on the mound because, like you said, these hitters, I mean, they remember what happened in the previous at-bats. They're close and probably going to get more of the same arsenal unless you pitch backwards, but when you throw so slow, it doesn't matter as much.
Runners at second and third. Grant Parker, the right-hander, who had a gem in game one and 2 hits to give the Go Hawks a 9-1 victory. Takes the ball outside 1-0. But he was such a hero in game one. Can he be a hero in game 2 as well? He's waiting for the delivery from O'Neill. Pitch outside, 2-0. And you're right, he's being extra careful. O'Neill seemingly is feeling that he's losing something. Not being as gutsy as he was earlier. Here's the 2-0. Inside pitch, all squibbed up in the air and caught by the first baseman. Parker was just trying to turn on it, and it hit off his hands. That's a pop out. Now Lance Myers up to bat. Now when we said, hey, I would have held the runner at third, now you're thinking, man, shouldn't have held him at third because it's going to be a lot tougher to score here. Now Lance Myers has been great. He's been 2 for 2 in this game. Both singles. He's also scored the Go Hawks' only run. He's a good kid to have in this position. Pitch high and away, 1-0.
Yeah, Myers this season, a lot of production, but guys have not been on base. So this is a chance for him to kind of make an impact and bring a couple guys around. Really need him here to come through.
It's the 6th inning. This would be a game changer. Swing and a miss, 1-1. This day in baseball history, 1978, in the 12th Major League season of his career, speckled with near misses, Cincinnati's Tom Seaver finally hurls a no-hitter. Beat the Cardinals 4-0, only struck out 3 in the no-no. 1-1 count, 2 outs, runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh, he was reaching for that one, Henry.
It's like a borderline ephus pitch. I mean, that thing just floats. It's impressive, though, that he still has the brake on it.
Yeah. How do you do that? It must be spinning like a whirling dervish. I mean, I don't know how you spin that thing so much. Oh, it's a huge spot. Huge spot, Go Hawk fans. Go Hawks down by 3. 2 outs, 6th inning, 2 runners in scoring position. 1-2 count. High and away, 2-2. Myers is staring at his bat, deep in thought. Gets back in. He's a right-hander, doesn't wear the batting gloves. Shows the stirrup socks or the gold jersey on, gray pants. Here's the pitch from the lefty. Swing popped up. That one's going to be on the ground. First pitcher and catcher all giving that chase. None able to get to it. Ian Cedric, the on-deck hitter, was just standing still as the ball went about 10 feet to his right.
Can't remember the last time he threw a pitch inside. He threw the pitch inside to Foster that he popped out on, but he just is trying to get out of this inning by getting these guys to reach and roll over.
Myers can't cooperate with that. Here's the 2-2. High, full count with Ian Cedric on deck. Remember, Ian Cedric yanked that ball way out there, but foul his last time up. He's getting closer to something. The pitch. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Now Cedric with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Has the type of bat that could give the Go Hawks the lead. 3:10 down the lines, 3:45 to straightaway center field. The ball seems to carry more to right than it does to left for some reason here at Waukon. I don't know why. The wind's not moving. The flag just hanging limp. Clear sky night. Here's the pitch. Almost hit him in the head. He got out of the way. 1-0 to Sedgwick, the 8-hitter. Sam Rose is on deck. Rose was a big-time hero the other night with that walk-off victory. Bases full of Go Hawks, 2 outs. Colton O'Neill is stressing now as he winds, kicks, delivers. Oh, almost hit him in the shoulder. 2-0. Both pitches have been right at Sedgwick's chin.
Got to think you're going to get a pretty good pitch. Sedgwick, I'm sure he really wants to just hit the ball in the nose right now.
No doubt. Here's the 2-0. There it is. High ball. Center field. Going back is Keenan, and he's going to make the grab against the fence at the 345 sign. If that thing goes 2 more feet, it was a grand slam, and the Go Hawks are ahead. But instead, 3 stranded, none scored. 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. High drama here in Waukon on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hi, this is Jill with the Waverly Shell Rock Area United Way. Together, we can help those in need right here in the Cedar Valley. Did you know that 99% of all the funds we raise stay right here in Bremer and Butler counties, working to support those in need? To donate or volunteer, find us online at WSRUnitedWay.org. Together, we can live united.
Hey, I'm Chris from the Red Fox Barbecue and Pizzeria. Our barbecue line will include things such as brisket, burnt ends, pulled pork, pulled chicken, potatoes, mac and cheese, corn, and a Texas toast. Plus, try one of our sandwiches or our homemade French fries or onion ring. Red Fox Barbecue open 11 to 9, Wednesday through Saturday, with the barbecue line happening from Thursday to Saturday from 5 to 9, and a breakfast buffet on Sunday from 9 to 12:30. Red Fox Barbecue and Pizzeria, the best restaurant you haven't tried yet.
A grand slam possibly to give the Go Hawks the lead, but instead it's 4-1. The bases were left loaded. Ian Sedgwick needed just maybe 2-3 more miles an hour in on the pitch to send that one out and give the Go Hawks the lead. But instead it's the 7, 8, 9 hitters due for Waukon, what they're hoping to be their last at-bat of the night against Jack Wiedemeyer. Curveball spins in their strike one. By the way, this day, 1989, 37-year-old Rick Wolf of Sports Illustrated was writing an article on minor league baseball. He went a week as a farmhand, went 4 for 7. As he replaced Cesar Bernard of the Burlington Braves. Had the highest average of any Chicago White Sox farmhand by the end of it. 4 for 7, obviously. Not a big sample size, but not bad for a writer. Counts 0-2. Isn't that you guys' dream? You know, people want to write. You want to go play a little bit too? Show you can get it done. 0-2 count. Wiedemeyer has not allowed anybody to get on in his outing. Ground ball to shortstop. It's a hot skipper that's taken by Myers, thrown to first, and there's out number 1. Brings up Brody Gress, who's 0 for 1 of the fly out to right and a walk. Finally, this day, 1993, Ken Griffey Jr. slugged the 100th home run of his career in a Seattle 6-1 victory over KC. 4th youngest to do it. Only Mela, Eddie Matthews, and Tony Caligrio did it faster than the 23-year-old Griffey Jr. Pitch high. I still think if he wouldn't have been injured, he would have been the all-time leading home run king, at least passing Hank Aaron had he been able to do it. He was phenomenal and drug-free. Pitch high, 2-0. Sweetest swing ever.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just beautiful.
Just syncs up so well. Every pitch.
Gress with a 2-0 count. Oh, it hits him. Hit him in the back. And that gives the Indians a runner with Zach Perkins up to bat. Go Hawks down 4-1. They've out-hit Waukon 7-5. It's just not been timely hits. I think if Noah Foster wouldn't have tripped on his way going home, the Hawks might have gotten one there. But, man, again, that was nearly a grand slam. Keenan jumped up, and his back hit the center field fence as he caught it. And how cool for the Keenan kid. Is that what you dream about?
Right. Yeah.
You dream about robbing a grand slam? Now, it wouldn't have gone over if he would have dropped it, but still. Just a foot or two away from the most memorable moment of your high school career coming in your freshman year.
Yeah, that'd be one thing to remember for sure.
He sets. Bunt shown. He missed it. Oh, they throw it to first. Nobody's there. Oh, man. Ball goes into right field. The runner advances. They're going to throw it first. Rose is on his way to cover, but not completely there yet as the bunt was missed. I think he stopped going to first because he thought he wasn't needed. Rage decided to throw over to first. Sedgwick and Rose weren't home. And there's a runner now at second base. Go Hawks can't afford to go down by any more because they're going to have to score 3 in the 7th to keep the game alive. Wiedemeyer sets right at the belt line. Looks at second. Throws home. Bunt pulled. Oh, he kept it out there. He missed it. Strike 2. Perkins is being pinch hit for, by the way, by Nate Keenan. Ball hit. Caught at second base by Rose right off the ground. Not often you do that, and he almost doubled up the runner at second. Shell Schmidt up to bat. He's 1 for 3 with a line out, a ground out, a double, and a run scored. He's a tough player, and they're going to intentionally walk him to get to Colton O'Neill. Not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, definitely on board with this move. Just no reason to give him the bat with a runner in scoring position.
Plus, it gives you a force. And Colton O'Neill, not near what Shell Schmidt is, and not many are. And Hatlin on deck, though, will worry you. But at this point, you got to stop one run from being scored. I mean, you just can't afford another run to come across. If they get 2-3, well, they're gonna win this thing anyway.
Yeah, I feel like 3 for a deficit is kind of that ideal number.
Mm-hmm. Courtesy runner coming in at first base is Judah Johnson for the catcher, Shell Schmidt. So runners at first and second, Grass at second. Shell Schmidt at first, Colton O'Neill up to bat. He's 1 for 2 with a walk, a single, and a fly out to center field. He's a lefty facing Jack Wiedemeyer on this calm yet tense Friday before Father's Day in Waukon. Wiedemeyer sets belly button high, throws. Ball hit into right field, coming in and catching it is Foster. The Go Hawks get to go to bat. They need 3 runs to keep this game alive. 4-1 is the deficit. Be back after this. You're listening to High School Baseball on the K-Way Sports Network.
Tonight is a great night for a 6-pack and a pound from your Waverly Taco John's. And don't forget the guacamole, sour cream, or nacho cheese for your potato olays from Taco John's in Waverly.
When you need to cut down a tree, you have a few options. You can buy or rent expensive equipment and take the chance that you won't damage anything or hurt someone. Or you can hire the experts. SSPI Tree Service has a variety of equipment, so no matter how large or small the job, their experts will do it right. They're able to provide a wide range of tree services, including tree and stump removal, brush and stump mulching, land and selective clearing, and food plot prep and planting. SSPI Tree Service has the equipment and the know-how to get it done fast. Call SSPI Tree Service at 319-883-9134. That's 883-9134 for a free estimate today. SSPI Tree Service, the equipment to do the job with the experts to get it done right.
Go Hawks trail 4-1 of the 9-1-2 batters due against a new pitcher, senior Josh Keenan. He's got 15 1/3 innings pitched, 4.11 is ZRA. He's walked 7, hit 3, struck out 10. Opponents bat 241 against him. By the way, an update from Y99.3. Waverly Shellrock leads 4-0 in the middle of the 6th inning. Brittany Bodencenter had a big RBI that helped him. Ball popped up on the infield right side, caught by the first baseman Martin. The Go Hawks now are down to their final 2 outs. They've got to score 3 runs before there's 2 outs. That's the bad news. The good news is the top of the lineup is up to bat. Dylan Stockdale's 1 for 3 with a single, strikeout, and a pop-up to the pitcher. You got to step up and do it, though. Can't have any doubt in your mind when you get to this juncture of the ball game. Swing and a miss. Strike. So what's the righty doing?
Well, he definitely features a different look. He doesn't really turn his front shoulder. I mean, he kind of is more frontward facing. And
ball hit into right field. This one's going to be tough for Wasson. Now it hangs up enough for him to make the grab. For a little bit, I thought that thing was going to die, and it just hung in the air. And now Aiden Hofert's up to bat. Foster, who's in the hole, has to score. The game's over. So Hofert and Rage got to get on. Foster's got to get on. All three of these boys have to score or the game is over, and the Go Hawks will split the season series against the Indians as there's a fastball inside ball one. Go Hawks have a season split against New Hampton. Ball hit hard into right field. Wasson goes back and grabs it, and the game is over. Go Hawks just couldn't string things